Everyone. Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Healthy Heart session with Khan. I think just like we had earlier been discussing, this session holds every Tuesday, and we sort of focus on providing more insight and tips on how to ensure that we all live a healthy lifestyle. Now, I think, was it last month? Yes, it was last month we had the part one. So last month we started a series on exploring the health benefits of African and Caribbean foods. And Dr. Hibbah was the one who was in charge of that. She took us through how we discovered and discussed certain myths around most of our popular staples such as yam, cocoyam, plantain. And we also, for me, I also got to learn how some other cultures prepared these staples, and I learned a lot of new things. So, with no further delay, I'll be handing over to Dr. Hibbah to take us through part two of that series, exploring the health benefits of our African and Caribbean foods. It was a very interesting session last time, and this session is going to be more interesting. So please don't forget to unmute your mic to share whatever thoughts you have or any questions you have got to ask. You can always pop it into the chat box. For those of you joining us from all the social media platforms like our LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, where else, please just send us your questions or your thoughts, any things you have to contribute, and we'll definitely hear from you. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Hibbah. Dr. Hibbah, we can't hear you. I think your mic is muted. No, your mic. Yeah.
Yeah, try unplugging
Can you hear
it.
me now?
Yeah,
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was just saying that I have this cough that I don't know where it came from, so it might be interfering with my speech. I
Presentation.
hope it's not too bad. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We've just seen a new face on our call today. I hope you join in the conversation. So, as Sylvia rightly said, last month I did a session on some of our popular foods. We looked at the nutrient profile and the health benefits of those foods. We are continuing this today. So, I mean, everyone on this call, all of us know the variety of foods we have as African and Caribbean people. We won't be able to go through all of them. I've just selected a number of it, some of these foods, and I want you to join in the conversation. So I'll start by asking, what people know about it, how these foods, we'll talk about how these ingredients or food items are prepared, and then I'll end by sharing the nutrient and health profile of these foods. So I'm going to start with this very popular one. So we are not doing staples anymore. We're moving away from the staples today. Yes, can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. So I didn't put a name on there. I wanted to know how people call it in their languages. What is this one? What is this one?
I won't say the English.
Okay,
I won't say the English
I
one,
don't want
what
the
we call
English one.
it.
Yeah.
But
I've seen a Ghanaian on there. I've seen a Nigerian name on there. I want to know what we call them
oh, I'm
various
curious.
languages.
I'm curious to know
Janet,
what
are
it's
you able
called in
to
Ghana.
Ghana? What do we call this in Ghana?
We call it agushi.
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 We call it agushi. It's different from the way Nigerians call it.
Okay.
Sylvia, now that we've said ours, I think you can just tell us how Nigerians call it.
We
It's
call it
similar.
egusi.
Egusi.
Yes.
Ghanaians say agushi, and then yeah, even the Ghanaians is just one particular tribe. I think that says agushi. I think other people might have other names for it. Is it known? Is there anyone here who has another name for it? So that the Ghanaians and the Nigerians don't dominate the session, because there are more Black people other than Ghanaians and Nigerians. Anybody else knows what this is called?
melon seeds.
Is that the English name, Sylvia? You wanted to tell us melon
Yeah,
seeds.
did he say melon? Yeah, melon
Yeah.
seed is the English name.
Right. Okay.
That's the English name.
Anybody else? I think I have Liberia here in my notes. They say Kisi.
Kisi.
Hingu. Well, because I'm reading from somewhere. I think I have so many here. I was hoping that other people would tell us, but if
What
we
they
don't have those
pronounce
people,
it.
there's Hingu, there's Aku from Gambia, then
Okay.
there is Benin Republic also say Egusi Bara. Okay. Then a Wolof from Senegal call it Beref. So this goes to show that it's really popular across many African countries. I wonder if Martha, you're able to speak. Is it something that is eaten amongst the Caribbean people? Is it? I haven't come across that. I don't know if anyone knows if this is consumed among Caribbean people. So far, it's only African countries I'm seeing here. So Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, Gambia, Benin, Senegal, Sierra Leone. Yeah, all of them consume this. Is there any note in the chat? Not yet. Okay, maybe it's not. I mean, if you do know, just let us know as we go along if this is also consumed in other parts of the world. Now, in terms of its uses, in Ghana, we use it, it can be used in different ways. People use it to thicken stews. They make it into balls, they add a bit of water and then turn it into small balls. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it, and then put it in sauces. We usually use it with cocoyam leaves, and then that is called palava sauce. Janet, am I right? Janet is Ghanaian, that's why I keep referring to her.
Yes, you're right.
Did you say palava?
Yeah, we call it palava sauce when it's, if it's prepared with cocoyam leaves, and we'll be talking about cocoyam leaves as I go along. And together, that combination, that sauce is called palava sauce. Yeah. How is it prepared among Nigerians? Yeah, Janet, anything else you want to add to it from the Ghanaian perspective?
Yeah, so in addition to the preparation with cocoyam leaves, some people also add it to their garden egg sauces as well. So a lot of people add it to palm oil based sauces.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, as opposed to the vegetable oil. Yeah. How is it used
I'm
among
just really
Nigerians?
curious, actually. So in Nigeria, we make it into like a soup that you eat with you can either have it with rice, or you can have it with pounded yam or any mussel at all. So so it's sort of grounded into a powdered form. And then we fry it, or you fry it with tomato base, or pepper base. Or most tribes would just boil it with like some pepper mixture, add a bit of meat and everything in there. Yes, and you can eat it with rice or with
rice. So what we were describing, it's not the seed as it is also ground into powder.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it is made into small balls. And then put into the oil. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it can be used as condiment as well, but I think that's Nigerians. You use it as a condiment. I came across it when I was doing the research. We don't use it that way. Apologies, I told you I have this cough that's not going away. Anyway, let's talk about the nutrient facts. I brought this as the first thing I wanted to talk about because agushi, melon seeds, they have a high percentage of fat, and it is a good fat, polyunsaturated fat. Okay, they're a good source of protein, and it's a good quality protein. They provide vitamins. They give us a variety of vitamins, B1, B2, B3. Oh, I'm so sorry about this cough. And then they have also minerals. Okay, they also have some amount of fiber. It's the protein that I wanted to emphasize here. It's a good quality. It's a good source of high quality proteins, and it contains polyunsaturated fats. So it's a healthy source of nutrients that we would want to incorporate in our foods. Okay. Today's session is going to be hard with this cough, but I'll see how we get that. Anyway, is there anything else anyone wants to say about a Gushi or a Gushi? Any question on it? So definitely something that we would recommend for people who are not using it already. If you're already using it, then by all means continue. Yes, Dr. Sakina. It is, yeah. Yeah, go on, Sylvia.
I was going to ask, so the egusi itself, it doesn't contain oil, does it? The fat content in it, does it contain fatty acids?
It's the seeds, egusi seeds.
Yeah. So this seed that we're using, does it contain fatty acids?
It contains polyunsaturated.
That's polyunsaturated, and that is the healthier fats, basically. Okay, thank you for that.
Yes, Dr. Sakina. Yeah. Are you able to unmute?
Yeah. Good evening, Dr. Hibbah.
Good evening.
And I'm so sorry about your cough. I was thinking maybe you need some egusi to clear the cough.
I know, right? Afterwards, I'll go and find egusi.
Yeah, so I was going to contribute that in some parts of Nigeria, the oil is extracted and it's sold very, very expensive. Then I know that a lot of people avoid it. That I don't know, I'm hearing from you that it's very healthy, but I know so many people try to avoid it, that it's fattening and it causes pimples. So I don't know how true that is.
Yeah. Thanks, Doctor, for that question.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sakina, for that question, because that was why I wanted to clarify the fatty acids in the egusi. So a lot of people tend to say, if you're trying to watch your cholesterol level or fat intake and things like that, stay away from egusi. So, but then I've come to understand that I feel the reason why they say that is because of how we cook it, Dr. Sakina. So we cook it with added palm oil, which is the saturated fat. So the egusi already has the oil. Now, if you notice, there's something that I do. So what I started doing is when I make egusi, sometimes I make it without the oil. I call it, in my tribe, we call it egusi pepper soup or white egusi. You make it without the oil. Now, if you notice that when you cook it without the oil, just the plain egusi, it releases its own oil. I've had people ask me, oh, you didn't put palm oil, but did you put groundnut oil? It looks like there's oil in the soup. So even I didn't know. I was a bit curious that why is it looking like I put groundnut oil? But now Dr. Hibbah has mentioned
it's 50%. The seeds contain 50% fat. And the fat is the polyunsaturated one. So it's not saturated one.
No, it's not saturated.
So it's not the egusi that is causing pimples for people. Like you said, it is other stuff. And I'll show you another slide. You know, I've seen some of those sauces we prepare with egusi and then the vegetables. We add all of these cow legs and cow skin and all of those ones that have high saturated fat. So yeah, if you are eating your egusi, is what else you are adding to the egusi? We are adding lots of, apart from what you talked about, the oil, it's all of the kinds of meat we are adding to the soup we are preparing. That could be linked to those other stuff, high cholesterol, but not egusi itself. Having said that, you know, as much as it has the healthy fats, you know, we always say here that even with the healthy fats, we are not supposed to have it in excess. You know, we are not supposed to have it in excess. So yeah. I hope that clarifies your question, or answers your question. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Sylvia, what were you going to talk about?
Oh, okay. I thought I was going to say, I think that's to clarify. Dr. Sakina, that clarifies it for me. Yeah.
Okay, so this one, another very popular one that everyone knows. Yeah, everyone knows it as Okro. Even the English name, some people have other names they call it. Sylvia, you are the English woman, please. How is it known in English apart from
lady
okra?
Fingers?
Some people say lady fingers.
Lady
See?
fingers.
Yeah.
And then some people say okra, some people say okra. So
yes. That one is just phonetics. Yeah. How is it prepared? How anybody wants to share how they use okra in their? You want to hear from other people?
First,
okay. Yes. So how have people used okra in their cooking? Anyone wants to share? Otherwise, then I think
Can
yes. Yes, Janet.
Yeah,
please go ahead. Yeah.
So a lot of people in Ghana add chop it up and then put it in sauces. Also, some people have it steamed on the side, and then they add it to their food, especially when they are eating soup-based food. So yeah, and recently I have seen a lot of that on the internet, and people are saying because of all the benefit, people are now steeping it in water for some days and drinking the water from it.
Water from it, yes.
Yeah. So I don't know much about that, but I saw that on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Janet. Martha says it's added to sauces, chopped up or whole. Yes, Lydia, did you have a question? I don't. Yes, if you or did you have something to say? Yes, go ahead, please.
I do have a question. I wanted to ask, is there a particular food that when you eat and it stays in your stomach for some period can give you bad breath? It's in your system, or when you eat in a particular time can cause you a bad breath.
Yeah. Sylvia, you're muted.
Yeah.
It's a good one. We like to give evidence-based information, so I would have to check, but anecdotal, when I say anecdotal, is what people have said. It's not really scientifically proven that sometimes when they eat certain things, then yes, but I would have to check. Lydia, take me on this. Let me check the evidence to come back with the scientific because as far as I know, there isn't anything like that, but let me check and get back to you. But some people will tell you that when they eat onions and garlic, it gives them bad breath, but in terms of what you are asking as to whether it stays in their stomach and as a result, it gives them bad breath, I don't know of anything like that. Yeah.
Okay. And another one more question I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Like if you have too much gas in your system, I don't know how I can even explain, because this is the question that some people do ask when you go to work or your colleague, or I've been hearing many more. So they said when I babes, because I have too much gas in my system, and I don't know how I can respond that or can help the person. What it actually is gastric problem.
Yeah. Lydia, so many things, and this is a bit outside of what we are discussing today. There's so many things that can cause that,
Okay.
So yes, it's not one thing. No, don't worry. But it's okay. These are some of the things, we want people to bring to us. So we have sessions to address that. This is a whole session on its own because there are so many things. Causes of what you are talking about, food included. There are certain foods that when you eat, they contain something we call oligosaccharides. When that is digested, it gives you a lot of gas. That's just one of the many causes. Do you understand? So it is something that we can handle. I might be surprised if we haven't even done that session already on, I'll have to check. But if not, come back to, we have a phone number on the poster, wherever you saw that poster. Send me a text with it, just so that I have it at the back of my mind. And if we haven't done it, have a session on it to address it for you. But as I said, there are so many causes, so many possible causes of what you are talking about. Certain foods can give you gas. Certain foods can give you gas, but so many other causes. Some of them, you have no control over, can also give you that kind of symptom you are experiencing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Lydia, I think it's your first time here. You're welcome. So every week we have a topic that we address, and so I'm glad that you're asking all of these questions. Just do keep coming, and I'm sure we'll have one session to address these things you're asking. Today we just want to focus on the nutrients and health benefits of the commonly consumed African and Caribbean foods. So I hope you still stay on. And as I said, get back to me And then if we haven't already done a session on it, if we have a session, I'm going to send you the link. And if we haven't, it's something we would do so we can address these questions for you. Yeah. Is that okay? Okay, now let's go back to Okro. Yes, Janet told us how it was used. And there was...
Okay. In fact, I never knew that we can use egusi to prepare soup of our own traditional. I haven't even heard it before.
Really? Oh,
Wow.
okay. No. It's not even just Nigeria. Even in Ghana, people from northern Ghana use egusi for soups. They do. Yeah, they blend it and they use it for soups. I think I can tell that Lydia is from Ghana. Yes, maybe the south. The south would not prepare egusi in that way, but yeah, people from the north sometimes prepare egusi, use egusi to prepare soups. So yeah, it can be used for different kinds of dishes. Okay, now let's move on to okra. I think Janet told us about how okra is prepared. Anybody else wants to share anything? If not, there isn't anything in the chat, yeah?
No, nothing in the chat.
Okay. So okra can be prepared both fresh and dried. So some people dry it first and use it to prepare soup. Some people cook it, fresh, like you Janet has described. Also, like the way Martha has put in the chat, chopped or even as whole. Now, okra has high fiber, both soluble and insoluble fiber, and as a result of that, it's good for bowel health. It's good to help lower cholesterol levels. It contains lots of nutrients, beta carotene that helps you to get your vitamin A, minerals, calciums, magnesium, potassium. Last week, someone was asking about sources of, is it potassium or phosphorus? Remind me.
I think it was phosphorus. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And the seeds also contain proteins. Now, yes, I've also come across people who soak okra and drink it. I don't know what reasons. Jenna, do you know why people do that? Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with just putting vegetables in water and drinking, just like the way you would put cucumber, in water. But it's the reasoning behind it. A lot of the times when we are talking about these things, we are like, we don't want people to make food items like concoctions and so why would someone do that? What's the thinking behind it? What's the understanding of the reasons behind what they are doing? That I haven't come across any research. I've told you about the nutrient profile. So once you cook it, you don't overcook it, you should derive these benefits from okra, but I don't know why people would soak it for so many days. I haven't come across any research on soaking it for so many days and what that would do for the body. And so I cannot say it's bad or it's good. I would be interested to know why people do that. I'm curious. Those of you who have seen it on social media, can you share what the reasoning is? What do people say?
I have actually seen it several times on social media, but I've honestly not paid attention because I tend not to pay attention to all this social media. Oh, you should do it because I think it was one person that came up with it and everybody started jumping on it. Oh, drink okra water, and it's okay. There was one that said drinking okra water helps to lower diabetes. Yeah, that's it. Nusrat has put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one I saw that. Drinking it will help lower your diabetes.
Okay.
But aside from that, there's one that I personally do. I sort of use the gel, like I boil it to extract the gel and I use it for my hair, for my natural hair. Now,
okay.
So now I've noticed that I use that sort of like a deep conditioner for my natural hair, and I've noticed that it gives my natural hair that extra shine. It helps strengthens my hair, especially when I'm having bad breakage. I do it like once every month, and I notice that my breakage
it
drops.
helps.
It's very helpful for my hair. And then
wow.
obviously before I did it, I read a lot about it before I tried it, and then it did work. Because of the vitamins and the minerals and everything, it helps strengthen your hair. And especially for those of us who have the natural 4C coils because of the protein in it.
Yeah.
it helps strengthen the cores for our hair. So yeah.
Okay, so that's another, benefit we have learned today. Now, going back to the type 2 diabetes, I have people who have told me that when they consume lots of okra and then they check their blood glucose levels, they realize that, it has dropped. I've heard all of that. However, as nutritionists, public health nutritionists, we would recommend consuming it as part of your diet. We've talked, we confirm that it has all of these nutrients, beta carotene, vitamins, minerals, calcium. It will help with chronic diseases if you're eating healthy, but no, you wouldn't go to a dietitian or a nutritionist and then they will tell you go and be drinking that's just that. We don't recommend that. We would definitely encourage consuming okra. Consume okra. It's healthy. Make it as part of your meals, but I wouldn't go and say, go and drink okra water. That would not be a recommendation. I would say, being a public health nutritionist, it's definitely healthy, and add it to your meals like you would have your okra soup, have your okra, except, like I said, if you are having it, when we say some people struggle to drink water, we say you can sometimes cut vegetables and put it in water. There's nothing wrong with doing that. If that is what you are doing, then I think that is fair enough. But those other ones, I don't have any evidence to come and say here that go and soak okra for 3 days and drink it. I don't have that. I didn't come across any evidence like that, apart from the anecdotal evidence that I've heard from people, So long story short, okra is very healthy. So let's definitely continue consuming our okra. However we want to consume it, dried, fresh, we will derive all of the benefits from okra. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other problem I have with some of those recommendations that we see on social media, we all do know that we have nutrient requirements. We all do know there are recommendations as to how much of what kinds of all the food groups we should be having. Now, when people focus on one food item, then they stop eating healthy. So if you tell someone who is struggling to manage a type 2 diabetes, to just be drinking okra water, what happens is that some of them will use that as their breakfast or their lunch or their dinner. Then what happens to the other nutrients, which you still need, And that's why we would not recommend focusing that. If you've noticed, whenever we bring people here to talk about managing chronic diseases with diet, we don't focus on one particular food item.
Yeah.
Yes, we might highlight those ones that have some particular nutrients, but we never say, oh, consume a lot of just this one, or oh, okra is good for type 2 diabetes, so just make sure you have okra every day. We don't do that here, because at the end of the day, you would be losing out on other nutrients from other foods. And that's why we don't subscribe to people just focusing on specific, food items, but we talk about having, a variety that includes all of these colors. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Gan X. Is that what you know it as?
Yes.
Yeah. Gan X. It is also, it's close to, I think the profile is close to aubergines.
Yes,
Yeah.
They're in the same family, actually. Yeah.
Apologies. So it is also very high in fiber, is a good source of potassium. Today I put those nutrients on the slide so you can see them. It has calcium, it has iron, moderate amounts of B vitamins.
Yes.
Yeah. The leaves, however, has a toxic chemical called solanine, but then it becomes harmless when it's cooked. So a lot of some of these foods, like I think last month we talked about the ones in cassava. What's the name again, Sylvia? Cyanides. So some of these ones have these chemicals that need to be cooked to get rid of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of cooking, where I come from, this is boiled and used for soups, blended into soups. It is also cut. You could just cut it fresh, add it to okra. So you have, okra and garden egg stews. I don't know about where you come from, Sylvia. How is that prepared?
I think we also do the same thing too. So we make it into like a stewy sauce for like rice or to have with yam or potatoes, and then also we snack on it. So you know how
you snack on it? How?
you snack on it. So you know how we say eat your 5 a day, like vegetable, snack on your vegetables, carrots. So we snack on it with peanuts. So you can snack on it with fresh peanuts, or you can use peanut butter. So if you blend your peanuts till it's smooth, you can get a bit of your homemade peanut butter. Snack on it with peanut butter,
Because of this spongy taste, sometimes, I've heard people who say they would struggle to have a meat-free diet or soups because they're used to having something chewy. Now, Garden X has this spongy texture, and so people who don't eat meat sometimes just have these cuts or just put in the soups, to replace, to substitute meat, fish. Yeah, so maybe people should try it. Those of us who are too used to meat, chicken, and fish, if you want to go have 1 or 2 meat-free days, you could substitute your meat in your soup with Garden X. Knowing that it's also low in calories and sodium, and it has this rich profile. Yeah. Okay, moving on. What's this one?
It looks like bitter leaf.
Is it bitter leaf?
I think it's bitter leaf, because even there you said you have dried leaf.
Yeah. Now the green vegetables, when I look at the photographs, they kind of look similar. I am not very familiar with this. I know there are people in Ghana who consume bitter leaf, but I don't consume bitter leaf. But I'll be interested in knowing people's experience. Is it something you consume, Sylvia?
Yes, we do. Fresh bitter leaves, so we sort of add it to soups. So just the way you have after you make your Gushi, you can add fresh bitter leaf into it. After you make any of your soups, you can add bitter leaf. Just wash it to remove the bitter taste. And then in some excuse me, in some parts of the country, some cultures make what we call bitter leaf soup. They make a soup out of the bitter leaves, So, and then back in the days, our grandmothers, when you're sick or when you've consumed so much sugar, they'll make bitter leaf for you, squeeze out the water and give it to you to drink. And give it to you to drink. They had that notion that it sort of flushes out the sugar in your system.
Because of the bitter taste. The bitter taste. Interesting. Janet, have you used bitter leaf? How have you used it? How do you know it?
No, I haven't at all.
Okay. All right.
But I know a Sierra Leonean who says she steams it. So she washes it and steams it and has it like she eats spinach. So I know they also use it.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Janet. Dr. Sakina. Yes. Your hand is up. Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Dr. Hibbah and others that have spoken. I don't want to sound like what we call a babalawo in Nigeria.
Honestly, what does that mean?
A herbalist. But honestly, I believe there's a lot of power in bitter leaf because I can testify to a situation where I had a very terrible cough, and I visited my mother-in-law then. And she just told somebody to squeeze some bitter leaf for me. I didn't want it, and I drank it, and just like a miracle, the cough just disappeared. So I'm a very strong advocate of bitter leaf. I don't want to sound like a herbalist.
No, you're not sounding like a herbalist at all. I mean,
I think it has very strong antioxidants.
It does. No, that is even on my slide.
I just coughed out a lot of sputum, and just like a miracle, the cough just went. So I think maybe Dr. Hibbah will be needing some bitter leaf.
I think I do. After the call, I should go and find some bitter leaf for my cough. Yeah. Well, I didn't come across this one for the cough, But then I do know this is what I came across, like just like many other vegetables, it's a good source of fiber. Um, it has vitamin C, good source of iron. It has small amounts of phosphorus and selenium. Then the dried bitter leaf is rich in phytochemicals. So phytochemicals have antioxidant properties that will protect the body against free radical damage. Free radicals are associated with cancer, they cause cancer. So again, like Dr. Sakina said, it's very powerful. Our foods, our vegetables. Now, let me tell you one of the reasons why I was inspired to do this session. A lot of the times people within our community will tell you, so many of us don't just like vegetables. We don't like, no, not vegetables, we don't like salads. And I'm of the opinion that you don't have to have salads really if you don't like salads. Because when we talk of salads, we are talking about just Google salads today. And what would you come across? You come across lettuce, cucumbers, all of these vegetables that are not, that are foreign to most of us. But then we are blessed with a lot, in fact, a lot more rich vegetables, from Africa and the Caribbean. And these days you can find all of these here. You can easily grow these vegetables if you have access. People like Martha who have allotment, it's something that they can easily grow. So I wanted us to remind ourselves about the nutrient benefits of the foods that we have, because a lot of the times we don't see them as, I always say, Google healthy foods today. You won't come across bitter leaf. You will not come across garden eggs and okra. The picture of healthy foods on the internet or in the world
Yeah.
is just the westernized healthy foods. But we have foods that are healthy and, as someone said, medicinal. We do
Medicinal.
we do have foods that are, really powerful, potent, that we don't talk about very often. And even though I will not be sharing those ones, the anecdotal evidence out there, even these ones, the standard ones we know, if food has antioxidant properties, that is really good. It has vitamin C, it will protect you against diseases, good sources of iron. We all do know what iron can do for us, And so even just this profile alone tells us that this is good enough. And if you're not used to Brussels sprouts and you are not used to please remind me of some of those ones that we don't like, and asparagus, and
Asparagus
yeah,
and
you don't
broccoli
have
and
to. If
broccoli, yeah.
yeah, if these are the ones you want, by all means go ahead. Just make sure you're having a variety. Just
Right.
make sure you're having a variety of these foods. Yeah, is it like spinach? It's called, no, I have a slide on spinach. No, it's
Spinach,
different
yes.
from,
Different from
yeah, it's different from spinach, Martha. Yeah. Oh, Martha, you don't know the bitter leaf. Yeah, they all look kind of similar. I'm sure the
But
people
Dr.
who,
Hibbah,
yeah,
is it
yeah,
used in Ghana?
yes, it is used in Ghana. Yeah, not from where I come from, but I know there are other parts of the country that use, yeah, bitter leaf a lot in their soups. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So I came across this one. I found interesting because I don't know it, but I just thought I would share because I know some people might know it. Bush okra, and it looked like these leaves. Has anyone come across bush okra? Is anyone on the call familiar with bush okra? I don't know it, but I just thought I would share it. Anybody? Well, apparently there's something, yeah, another African vegetable known as bush okra,
Yes.
that is also high in fiber, has vitamin C and beta carotene. Since people don't know it too much, I'm just going to move on, but it's also there. It's another one that some people consume. Cassava leaves. How many of us have consumed cassava leaves before? Who on the call knows cassava leaves? I know it's consumed um, in countries like, people from Sierra Leone, the Gambia consume cassava leaves a lot. Anybody on the call knows a bit about this that they want to share? Uh,
Yeah, same here.
Never. Martha says never. Oh, I've tried it before because my grandmom lived in Sierra Leone. So when she came back to Ghana, they prepared it. What I know is that the leaves are really hard as compared to those other green leafy vegetables. So in Ghana, we consume cocoyam leaves, polycontumre. That's really commonly consumed in Ghana, and you don't have to cook that for long. But cassava leaves needs a bit more cooking. A bit, it's harder than those other leafy vegetables. Yeah, it's a significant source of dietary protein. This surprised me, similar to chicken eggs, so it has high proteins, plant proteins. It's a good source of vitamin A and C. So for people who consume cassava leaves, by all means continue consuming your cassava leaves because this has a rich nutrient profile. Okay. Yes, African spinach. Can I ask if anybody's familiar with this?
Yes.
You do know African spinach.
Yes.
Oh, did you have it in?
That's basically our spinach in Nigeria.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
This is the spinach. So when we say spinach, this is it. Yeah. So the spinach we currently have in UK is quite different to us. Yeah, we're just having that for the first time. But this is the spinach we're used to in Nigeria.
Janet, is this something we have in Ghana? I wasn't. Oh, we also have African spinach. You've come across it. Okay.
Yes, I've come across it. I haven't used it to cook before, but I've come across it. And it's interesting how and where I meet people around food. But I went to Peckham one day to do some vegetable shopping, and I wanted to buy cocoyam leaves. But it was looking very dry and very expensive. And one Ghanaian man walked up to me and he says, buy this one. It's all the same. I buy this because we use it in Ghana as well. So some people substitute it with contomere, like the cocoyam leaves, if they don't find it. But I know the Nigerians eat this one. That's the spinach, like Sylvia said.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I see. Okay. So I would, I'm familiar with cocoyam leaves. That's the one that I would consume. So yeah, when I came across this, Martha says I grew a kind of African kale which looks like that. Sylvia, do you think it's the same thing? That might be. It might just look like it, but
no, it just looks like it. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So for people who consume this, the evidence shows that it has exceptionally high amounts of good quality proteins. So again, when we are thinking of reducing our animal intake, these are some of the foods we should be looking at. Yes, some of the plants have good quality, appreciable amounts of good quality protein. It's also high in vitamin A, C, folic acid, iron, and calcium compared to other leafy vegetables. Interesting. So you see, we have so many varieties, so many different leafy vegetables. They all don't have the same nutrient profile. Some of them are richer than others. And this African spinach is one of those. So perhaps we should all go and look for it and try it and see, given its nutrients.
I don't think it's here in the UK, actually.
Okay. So this would be something for people, who are not here. Right. Okay, that's fine. All right. Next one. Baobab leaves. Does anyone know the baobab leaves, the baobab tree itself at all?
Yeah, I know the baobab tree, but I never knew the leaves were edible.
Were eaten. See, there's just so much we don't know. A lot, we are blessed with, so many food items. Has anyone tried this before, the baobab leaves before? No? So similar to the African spinach, it also has it's a good source of protein. It's high in beta carotene. Beta carotene will be converted to vitamin A. It's high in calcium, magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, iron, sodium, zinc. It's just a complete meal on itself. Okay, let's talk about the baobab tree itself. What do we know about the baobab tree? Which other parts is consumed apart from the leaves? Sylvia, you said you knew the baobab tree.
Actually, I just know it as a tree. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know
No,
there was anything medicinal or edible about it, honestly.
I know that there's the baobab tree itself, the back of the tree can be used not for food, it's used for dyeing clothes or something like that. Yeah. But the baobab fruit is also consumed, isn't it? I was hoping that someone could share more on that with us. But yeah, okay, let's go on with this leafy vegetables and then we'll get to the other ones later. Uh, oh, and then one of my favorite vegetables. So this is cocoyam leaves. Yeah, in Ghana, where I come from, we say kontumre. So this is very common
Yeah,
in Ghana.
I think you mentioned this when we're talking about cocoyam.
Yes. So it's a rich source of vitamins and minerals. So beneficial for eye health, immune function, bone health, blood circulation. You know, it has very low fat and sodium content. This you can also find in the UK. I found it in some of the African shops. Yeah. I was so used to this when I first moved here. You know, I was struggling I couldn't really enjoy the spinach in this country very well. Yeah, but then you wouldn't also all the time find fresh cocoyam leaves. But as time went on, I yes, no worries at all. Someone has asked for the slides, no problem at all. Yeah, if I do forget, please, we have these sessions every Tuesday. Yeah, just nudge me and you can have access to the slides and the recording. Okay, moving on. Hibiscus.
I saw something about water leaf.
Oh, did I jump that?
I think
Oh, yes, I jumped that after Bab Leaves.
yeah.
Yes. Is it something you use?
Yes, we use that
Okay,
in
in
Nigeria, the
Nigeria.
water leaves.
Okay,
Yeah, even here
okay.
in the UK, we still use it.
Mm,
And
mm,
I think another reason why we like it is because it can grow anywhere, basically.
mm,
So back in
mm,
Nigeria, if you throw away the stem or if you just put a leaf down, it will just start growing. So
mm,
sometimes you necessarily might not have to go to the market to get it. You can check your backyard and you find that there are water
mm.
leaves there. There are water leaves there.
Honestly, Martha, I know you do allotment. I think it depends on where people live, but people who have the opportunity, who have gardens, honestly, looking at the rich profile of these leafy vegetables, you know, we should be able to grow some of these behind our houses if we do have the gardens or the allotments, and then be eating from these gardens because yeah, what these foods provide to us, um, if we were to pay attention to them, I'm sure we would prevent a lot of these diseases, honestly. If we could every other day have one of these leafy vegetables that we've talked about, we will be able to prevent a lot of these chronic diseases. Okay, but because water leaves, I think the reason why it's called water leaves is because it has a lot of water,
Yes.
91% of water. As a
Yeah.
result, you know, it's low in fiber. Yeah, so what's the other vegetable that has a lot of water? You mentioned it the
Spinach.
last time.
Spinach.
It's
Spinach,
spinach.
yeah,
It's
it's a
yes,
spinach,
it's
yeah.
yes.
It's a
It's
spinach.
Sylvia. You mentioned it the last time when you were doing your
But
session.
yeah, but it's a spinach we have here actually because the
Yes, which I
African
didn't put.
spinach
No,
doesn't
I
have,
didn't
yeah, it
that
doesn't have
kind of
that much
water.
water yet.
Yeah. No, I didn't add. I'm focusing on those ones that are, you know, common within the African and Caribbean community. Those are the ones I've picked. So yeah. Okay, moving on. Hibiscus. Janet, I think you should talk to us about hibiscus because you did a hibiscus drink for us.
For us,
So
yes.
tell
Yeah.
us about hibiscus.
Yeah. So some people call it zobo.
Yes.
Some people call it sobolo. And you can eat, there are different varieties. The red one is more common, but we've got the green one, which some people use in salads. That's how they eat that. And the red one usually is used for beverages, like what we can see in the photo. So
Yeah.
they make it spiced. They add other spices to it and then serve it. It's a very refreshing drink.
It is
And
indeed.
recently, I have found that some people use it for hair, 4C natural hair. So they boil extract. Apparently, it has some nutrients that help your hair to grow faster and thicker. I haven't tried that, but it's something that I find I'm seeing a lot these days. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. It is valued for its high antioxidant and vitamin C content, which we all know are beneficial for immune health and fighting oxidative stress. It
Yeah.
is also low in calories, and that is why it makes it ideal for teas and infusions. So just as it can be consumed cold or hot, isn't it? However you want to take it, you know, you can enjoy it. So if you haven't tried it before, please look out for it because this is a very healthy one you want to add to your meals. Can anyone guess? I didn't put a name here, yeah? What this is?
Is it moringa?
It is moringa.
Mm.
It is moringa. Have you used moringa before?
Yes, my
Mm. How have you used
my dad forced us to sprinkle it on our food for some time
time?
because he heard it was healthy.
I know there was a time there was all this buzz about moringa in Ghana. Everyone was talking about it. Yeah, and you're not wrong. I think some people call it a miracle tree or something like that because it has a
Yes.
very rich nutrient profile.
It
Yeah.
feels like everything about
It
moringa, the leaves, the seed, the stem, the roots, everything.
has one nutrient or the other. You are
Yes.
right. So yeah, it has proteins, contains all the essential amino acids, making it a complete protein source, which is very much uncommon for plants. Plant protein. When you look at all the plants we are talking about, they might not have the complete set of amino acids. This one does. It has beta carotene. As you know, this is important for vitamin A, which helps with vision. It supports immune function and skin health. It has vitamin C. It has calcium that supports bone health. It has iron, which helps with red blood cells
Yes.
production. Yeah, magnesium, potassium. I think the list goes on and on and on. And then antioxidants. Again, as we know, this would help fight oxidative stress as well. So
I think
what's the
Steven
current
says moringa tea.
Moringa tea?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Is that how you consume it? Yeah.
Yes, some people have it as a tea.
Tea.
True.
Some people say they sprinkle on their food. What else? How do people use it? What else haven't we? Do people use it to prepare stew? I don't know.
No, I've
No,
never.
I haven't heard that one. Yeah. Okay, let's go on. Okay, as we talk about those ones that have a very rich nutrient profile, let me bust your bubble here. Cow feet is a delicacy among so many Black people.
Yeah.
So many of us, love our cow feet. We also love, what's the other one? Cow skin, you know. Over the weekend, someone sent me an article that's 2 items were in there saying that cow skin is high in protein. Yes, it is high in protein, but it is a kind of protein. It's low quality protein.
Protein. Yeah.
But sometimes when these writers are putting some of these things out there, they will not break it down.
No.
So without you explaining the quality of protein in there, you are telling people, oh, this is healthy. So you can just go on and enjoy your cow feet and cow skin. Yes, by all means, have your cow feet and cow skin, because as you know here, we don't say no to anything, but it should not be your primary source of protein. Have it together with make those healthier ones, the fish, the meat, the chicken, the muscle meat, your primary source, and then add in this just for variety. Don't add in cow skin and cow feet as your primary source of proteins. I'm not saying we shouldn't eat these things. That's not what I'm saying. No. What I'm saying is let us have the other ones, add this in, just for variety. I have it in my meals, every now and then, but I don't make this my primary source of protein.
Yes.
Why? Because go on, Sylvia.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think Stevie made the comment that I was going to build up, because Nigerians must cook local soups they must cook their soups with calf skin. They call it the calf skin is called pomo, or
Yeah.
like what Stephen says, called
Yeah.
bokoto. So
Yeah.
it must be in the soup. It's always
And
pomo.
Sylvia, it's okay for it to be there if other ones are there, or when they put it in there, is that all that they eat? They don't have the chicken
Well, they
and
can
fish.
put they can put other ones, but they put it in literally almost everything.
Everything.
And literally everything. Sometimes even with rice, if you're making rice, they will put it inside. They put it in literally everything.
Well, it has high amounts of saturated fats, and saturated
Yes.
fat is what is linked with high cholesterol. So let's just remember that if we cannot stop eating it, and we are not saying we should stop eating it, what we are saying is let us make the other ones our primary source of protein, and then we can have this for variety. Some people like the taste, so it can add flavor to your soup, but make sure you are having other stuff. Or if you continue having this, just know that you're having a lot of saturated fat, and we do know the harmful effects of such saturated fats.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Venus has said something in the chat box.
Yeah.
She said bush okra is also known as jute leaves or molokia leaves. Yes.
Oh, is that what it's called? Ayoyo.
Yo-yo and iwedu. I didn't know that.
I didn't also know that.
Yeah.
Janet, thank you for that education. Okay, so in that case, we all know it then.
Yes, yes.
We just call it different things. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so and that makes sense, because that's why we do sort of draws. The we do leaves is slimy. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Janet, for that. Other ones, pig feet, high in fat, and especially the salted ones. As we know, people love the salted ones, so those ones will also be high in salt. So if you eat it, please let's try and reduce it. Because of the high fat content. I had a few others. Oh, I wanted to talk about this one. I just have one more minute. Yeah. So this one, where I come from, we call it prekese. Yeah, Aiden tree fruit pod. A lot of people would tell you if you have high blood pressure, this is good for you. Now, the reason why this has been linked to high blood pressure is because it's rich in potassium, which last week when Karen was talking about, you remember, he talked about the importance of potassium, which is associated with low blood pressure, right? Yes. So this particular fruit pod is rich in potassium, which is known to lower blood pressure. It is also rich in iron. It is also rich in magnesium, phosphorus, flavonoids. So if you see people consuming this, yes, there's evidence to show that.
So
yes,
basically, it's consumed as a spice.
Yes, that's how it's consumed. Yeah, in Ghana, it's just put in soups, as a spice. Yeah, I think that's what I'll call it. Yeah, because it's put in, and people don't really chew on it. I just know that they put it in the soups, but I don't think it's chewed. Okay. And all too soon, my time is up. It's already 7:30. So let's stop sharing.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hibbah. I think at the end of the session, I was going to comment to say, I think there's one more thing that we could have just maybe spoken about is the bush mango. That's what in Nigeria we call ogbono. So I remembered when I saw the bush okra, I was like, oh, it reminds me of bush mango. Yes.
Bush mango. That's what we call ogbono.
Yeah, that's what we call ogbono in Nigeria.
But it goes back to the point that we have a lot of healthy foods. We have a wide range of foods that we can draw from to be able to eat healthy. So for people who say we don't like salads, I'm always like, you don't have to eat salads. Just eat your vegetables, vary them in your diet, and we can prevent and protect ourselves from a lot of these preventable diseases.
Yeah, I also saw periwinkles there, so I take it that periwinkles have also got nutrients in them.
They do. They do.
Brilliant. That's because I love periwinkles. That's the one thing that I've always put in my soups. So that's good. That's good. Thank you so much for that brilliant section, Dr. Hibbah. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for sharing your experiences with your African dishes. Let's not forget to stay back for a bit of physical activity with Orlando. See you again next session where we'll be having another interesting topic. So I'll be handing over to Orlando now. Over to you, Orlando.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome, people, my people across Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, right, everything. Well, welcome to tonight's fitness session. Coming your way, we have a boxer size workout. Okay, so we've got 3 rounds to get through. We're gonna learn some new combos. We're gonna get a nice sweat on and have some fun. All right, for tonight's session, all you'll need is your space, plenty of water, and be mentally ready to go. All right, so let's start off with our warm-up. We're going to start off with a 30-second shadow skip. If you have skipping ropes in the house and you have the space, then you can bring those in too. But we've got a 30-second shadow skip. Let me just turn my tunes up. Okay, so 30 seconds. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's get straight into it, people. Let's go. Let's go, people. Keep that going now. Three, 2, 1. Let's go straight now. So left and right, or right and left if you're left-handed. Two, 1. Next one, star jump. Let's go. Three, 2, 1. Okay, people, give yourself 15 seconds. Take a quick sip of water if you need it, and join me back. Let's start the warm up again. Okay, my people, let's jump straight back into our warm-up. The same moves, let's go in reverse order, starting off with star jumps. Get ready, 3, 2, 1. Hit those star jumps, my people. Straight in 3, 2, 1. Let's go straight. Keep it going, people. Should be feeling the blood flowing now. Heart rate should be up. Two, 1. Back to your skipping. Last one now. Two, one time, people. Take a quick 30 seconds, have some more water, and then we'll get into round number one. Well done. Okay, people, last few sips of water. Back to your spaces. Let's get into the ring now. Let's get into round number one. Okay, so round number one, we have a combination round. Okay, so we've got 3-minute rounds. Okay, as always, so full boxing rounds. And we're going to start off, we're going to break this round into 3 60-second segments. All right, so for your first 60 seconds, you're going to be in your guard, nice and balanced. I need 2 straights to the face. So remember, when we box, we're boxing a mirror image of us. So if you're on my height, I'm not going to be punching up here or down here. When I throw my straights, I'm going to throw them to my face. So I'm going to go here, 1, 2, and we're going to drop 1, 2 to the body. Just going to dip down, 1, 2. Watch again, in your guard. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, we're going to go there for 60 seconds, and then we're going to add some punches to it. Okay, people, let's get on now. Let's go. Yeah, time. Let's get ready now. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Start the timer. Let's go. 2 up top, 2 down low. Keep it going, people. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's pause the clock right there. Okay, let's add to it now. So after that last cross to the body, I need a left hook to the ribs, left hook to the face. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Put that together now, my people. Halfway, people, now. Keep throwing it now. Ten seconds now. Come on. Okay, let's pause the clock right there. Okay, let's make our last addition now, people. So after that last hook to the face, I need a right to the body, right to the face. Watch the whole sequence now. 2, bam, left, right, right. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Put it together, my people. Come on. Show how it's done. 2, Halfway now, people. Keep going. "20 seconds, people. Come on. Three, two, one, and time there, people. Well done. Take a 45-second break and join me for round number 2. Well done, people. Okay, get ready now, people. Back to your spaces now. Let's go. Round number 2 coming your way. Okay, so round number 2, we've got another combination round. Okay, so for your first 60 seconds, again, we're going to be in our guard. I need a double jab. 1, 2, cross, left foot. Okay, watch again. Double jab, cross, boom, left hook to the face. Last time, in your guard. Double jab, strong cross, left hook. Okay, we're going to run that for 60 seconds, and then we're going to add to the combination. All right, people, let me turn my tunes up. Okay, get ready now, people. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Boom, keep it going, people. Halfway. People sing and others on the wall. So 15 seconds. This girl said, "What up, started? I'm on the way to the officer." 3, 2, 1. Okay, people, let's add to it now. So, after that left hook, starting with your right, I need 10 uppercuts as quick as you can. 6, 8, 10, and back to your combo. Okay, double jab, cross, hook, 10 uppercuts, nice and quick. Let's go. Second minute, 3, 2, 1. So that's together now. Let's go, people. See you and him trying to be 20 seconds, people. 10 seconds, people. 5, 4, 3, time. Okay, let's get a little bit more complex now. So, after that last uppercut, I need a cross left hook. Watch the whole move now. bam, 10, 10, bam, bam to finish. Let's go. Last minute. 3, 2, 1. Put it together, people. 10. Boom, boom. Halfway, people. 15 seconds, people. Come on. Last 10, last 10. 2, 1. Time, people. Well done. Again, take a 45-second break and then join me for our third and final round. Well done. Okay, people, join me back in your spaces for the third and final round. Okay, so last round we've got combinations mixed with legs. Okay, to finish the round. Let's finish the set. Okay, so this round will be split into 6 30-second segments. Okay, so the combo will stay the same, but the exercises will change. Okay, so combo will stay the same. Here's a combo here. So we go jab, cross, left hook, overhand right. Watch again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, hook, overhand right. So you're coming over your shoulder and down. Okay. First exercise we have is quarter squat jumps. So we're going down here, quarter, little jump, quarter, little jump, quarter, little jump. If that's too much, then just go quarter squats. So up and down, up and down. Okay, people, that's your first 60 seconds right there in the back. Let's get ready now. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Give me 30 seconds on that combo. 30 seconds. We're going, people. 10 seconds. 2, 1. Let's go. Quarter squat jumps. 30 seconds. Keep going, people. 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Back to the same combo. Let's go. Let's go. 10 seconds. 2, 1. Next move we've got reverse lunge, knee drive, change legs, reverse lunge, knee drive. Let's go. Let's go. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 2, 1, last minute, back to your combo. Let's go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Next last move is burnout. So we're on our tippy toes. I'm going to bounce off the floor. Let's go. Three, 2, 1. And that's time, people. Well done. Take a 30-second water break, and then we'll stretch off. Well done, people. Okay, people, let's stretch off now. We're going to start off with the neck. We're going to go side to side like so. Ear to shoulder now. Lock those fingers together. Push down to the floor. And above the head. Around to the hips. Let's go front to back. Feel those clicks. Now let's go around. Change direction now. Last one, alternate high knee. Let's go, nice and slow, control. One, shake all out, people. And that's time. Well done. Well done, people who took part tonight. Does anyone want to say a few words? Anyone got any comments, any questions? Yeah, feel free to unmute yourselves. Okay, so if not, well done, people. Hope everybody enjoyed both the seminar and today's fitness session. Make sure you join us again next week Tuesday, 6:30 till 8 p.m, where our first hour is reserved for informative seminar, followed by 30 minutes of exercise with me. But until then, folks, have a great week, have a great weekend, and I'll hopefully see you all next week. Peace out, people.